Good afternoon, folks. Today we're coming to you from our Homer City location here, Hankster's Hot Rods, and I am John Oakes. I'm going to be going over this fine example of an American classic right here today with you. This car is a 1969 Chevrolet Camaro. Now it is styled after a Z28. It has all of the styling cues that the Z28 would have, and we'll show you those as we walk around the car. So obviously you can see here that our Camaro, 69 Camaro here, it is done here in a nice, beautiful red exterior here. It does have the black stripes up over the hood and down the deck lid of the car. As I mentioned there, it does have the Z28 badges here on the front fender. Now I have been around this whole car. I've checked out all of our elevations, our gaps, our body lines, panel fitment and alignment. Everything looks very, very good on this car. So just keep in mind, as you're watching the video, if you want to see those things a little closer, you can always go to our website, view all of our photos on there. There's more than enough on there. You can go on and check that stuff out there. Now, as far as what we are sitting on for wheels and tires, as you can see here, we've got the traditional, just the GM rally wheels here for the 69 Camaro. They are 15-inch steel wheels here all the way around. As you can see, trim rings and center caps on all of those wheels. And as far as the tires go, these are BFGoodrich Radial TA tires, a very popular tire with the old muscle cars. 225/60 R15s on the front, and then we have 255/60 R15s on the back of the car. It's got the Camaro script emblems also on the front fenders, all of your wheel lip moldings. You've got your rocker trim along the bottom here, very nice straight, looks very good here. Again, gaps, elevations, body lines, everything looks great when it comes to the fenders, the doors, the quarter panels, everything fits very, very nice. You can see it does have just the singular driver side mirror here on it. This is a remote mirror, so you can adjust it from inside. All of our bright work up along the windows here around your rain gutters, all of that is in great shape, polished up very nice, super straight. I don't see any dents or dings in any of that. As far as our glass goes here in the door and the quarter window, glass, no chips or cracks or anything like that. And you can see that those windows are slightly tinted. Even the chrome on our door handles is in really good condition. Let's open up this door. We're going to take a peek at this interior, which again is super nice in this car. As you can see, it's got the Houndstooth interior in it as far as the upholstery goes. The dash pad, all of that, the center console, all in great shape. You can see it does have a 5-speed shifter in there. And again, I did say 5-speed. It does have the Tremec 5-speed manual transmission. Now, if you pan up to the gauges in the dash, it does have aftermarket gauges. These are Dakota digital RetroTech gauges. Super nice gauges. They almost look like a stock gauge with the exception a lot brighter, and they are a digital gauge. Of course, you can see you've got your gauges down in your center console there also. It does have an aftermarket AM/FM, I believe, cassette player. Kenwood, I believe, is the make on that. It does have aftermarket air on this car as well. You can see all of your door panels are in great shape on this car too, with all of your bright work, your trim work here, your badging and so forth, all in great shape. Like I said, it is a remote mirror, remote adjust. And again, you can see all of your seals, the rubber bump stops here, and everything up around the glass here where it closes up against that. Everything is in great condition on this car. Seat belts are all present. So again, you can feel safe and strapping into this car. Tilt wheel, nice wood grain style steering wheel in there. And your shifter even has a really nice shift ball on it from American Power Nation, I think is what it was. Powertrain, American Powertrain. So all of that in great shape. We'll close this up. We'll continue around the car now. As we come back, our quarter panels, again, body on this car, super straight. It does look like it's got a power antenna. We've got our trunk here. Again, you see that rear trunk spoiler, the black stripes coming down on that deck lid there. Rear glass, slightly tinted also. Again, all of your bright work, your trim around the window is in great condition on this car. As we come around to the tail panel, all of your taillight assemblies here, the lenses and so forth, all in great shape. No chips or cracks in any of those lenses all the way across. You can see the Z28 badging back here. Beautiful chrome bumper with the bumperettes. And then down below our rear valance here, you can see it does have the dual exhaust, nice slash cut stainless exhaust on this car as well. Let's go ahead and open our trunk. Another thing with this car, if you're the lucky new owner to this, you're going to have a ton of keys, so you should never run out of keys for this car. The previous owner made sure he had lots of spares. So we'll open that trunk lid up. Again, this thing is in great shape. The underside of the trunk, just painted the same red as the exterior of the car. Your trunk weather stripping here in great shape. They have it meets together right here in the center. And then look at how well they've got this rear trunk done here. They've got custom panels in here, so it's finished off super, super nice for you. All carpeted in black. Of course, we've got our Camaro floor mats here that we typically leave out of the interior shot so you can see the true condition of the carpeting. All of your rain gutters, water channels and so forth are all good and solid, very nice. And again, you can see that that spring in that trunk lid there, all working, so it holds it up all on its own. We'll go ahead and close this up. Again, shuts nice and easy. All of your gaps too, if you look at how well that trunk shuts up, gaps and elevations of the trunk, very, very nice all the way around. We'll go to the passenger side of our vehicle now, and again, as I mentioned, super straight down the sides of this car. All of your accent pieces here, like I already mentioned, the rocker moldings and so forth, your rain gutter trim and so forth, that is all in great shape. Glass on this side, same thing, no chips, cracks, all in great shape. Let's open it up from this side. That way you get to see the interior from both driver and passenger side. Again, just take notice, the carpeting in there, no rips, tears, no fading. The dash pad itself, no cracks in that. Everything is just in great shape. The seats look brand new, the upholstery on them. I mean, they are, you know, not showing any wear whatsoever. Super clean headrests on the front bucket seats. So again, this car, just everything about it, just in great, great condition. We'll close this up. And then we'll make our way now around to the front of the vehicle. Again, you just have your matching Camaro script emblems, the Z28 emblems here on the front of the fenders there. And then that brings us around to the front end of the car. So this would be your typical front grille, all black, all intact. There's no cracks or anything in that grille. It's all one piece, all solid. Z28 emblems there. Beautiful chrome front bumper. Underneath, we do have that front chin spoiler or front air dam, as we call it. Up top here now, you've got the steel 2-inch cowl induction hood. The windshield on the car here is in great shape. Again, no chips or cracks, nothing on that windshield. All of your bright work, your trim, your molding around there is in great condition. Nice set of windshield wipers too. And again, your gaps and elevations on that cowl hood, very, very nice. We'll come around now. We're going to pop the hood. We're going to talk a little bit about what we've got underneath here, as well as some of the drive line on the car. So with our hood up, again, the hood latch works good. The hood popper all works good. Underside of the hood, all done in kind of like a matte or a flat black. You can see all the bracings there. Looks great underneath here. Of course, your engine compartment here, all done in the black like it should be. Now, as far as the engine goes, this is a 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet engine. It has been slightly upgraded, and what I mean by that is it does have the Holley Sniper fuel injection kit on it. So that's going to give you a really nice crisp throttle response on this car. You've got your chrome air cleaner with the 350 badging on it. The Edelbrock valve covers there done in chrome. breather, PCV valve. Underneath your Holley Sniper fuel injection, you do have a nice Edelbrock aluminum intake. As far as exhaust, super nice exhaust on this car, and we'll talk more about this when we get to the underside, but a set of Kooks long tube headers. These are stainless. As a matter of fact, the full exhaust on this car is all stainless steel. As I mentioned before, it does have the aftermarket air conditioning on it, so you're going to be able to stay nice and cool when you're out cruising around. Stock style radiator on it. I believe this was a, let me just check for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I believe a 6-blade clutch fan on this with that stock style radiator and the fan shroud. Got a nice set of horns up here also for it. It is a power brake, power steering car, and it is 4-wheel disc brakes also. So this car is going to stop on a dime. It's just going to be a tremendous running, driving car for you. In combination with all that stuff, and again, I'm going to talk about this more on the underside video, but the suspension, the front suspension on this car, the components that they went with, the Global West suspension components, super nice quality craftsmanship on all of that stuff. So again, you won't be displeased with any of that stuff. So with that said, as far as the rest of the driveline, I briefly mentioned it does have the Tremec 5-speed manual transmission, effortless shifts in using that shifter in that car. Clutch is great also. 12-bolt GM POSI rear end with a 323 gear ratio in it. This car here, as you see it advertised on our website, the retail price, that is going to include shipping to the 48 contiguous states here. It's also going to include with that our 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty as well. Now, maybe not in particular with this car, but maybe on another car you might be viewing on our site. If there's ever anything whatsoever that you're wanting to have added to any of our vehicles, and you're not sure if it can be done or if we do it, reach out to us. Give us a phone call, shoot us an email, or send us a text. You know, let us know what it is you're wanting to have added. We'll be glad, if it is something we can do, we'll be glad to get you a quote on that as far as the components go and as far as installation on that as well. With that said, we'll go ahead and close the hood up on this vehicle now. We'll get it on our lift up in the air, and then we'll show you the whole entire underside of this vehicle. All right, guys, so here we are now back on our lift. We're going to go through this 1969 Chevrolet Camaro here and go through everything here. Tell you what all suspension and running gear it's got, brakes, your drive line, frame floors. We're going to go through it all with you right now. So in this particular 69 Camaro, we're going to start right at the very front. We already noticed that it's got that black, like the front chin spoiler or the front air dam. Again, it's in great shape. There's no cracks in any of it at all. And then, of course, from underneath here, we can see it's got a stock style radiator in it for cooling. Underneath here, our cross member here that starts the whole frame and suspension work here. That front cross member is in great condition. You can see it's not dented or dinged up or anything. Looks nice and straight. Then out here, as far as our front suspensions, this car has some very nice components on it. This is Global West suspension. Both the upper and lower control arms on this car are all tubular. And looking at the construction of the components underneath here, this thing looks like, as far as the quality, looks top dog, tip-top shape underneath here. All the welds and everything on this thing looks good and heavy duty. Ball joints and so forth, of course, all of this suspension looks to be newer, so the ball joints are going to be in great shape. It does have the front sway bar on it as well, which all the sway bar end links and bushings on the car, from what I can see, are all in great shape on this particular car. Shocks and springs, same thing. All of your mounting bushings, as far as like your shock eyelets and so forth, those all look to be in great shape. And then the springs, of course, nothing wrong with those. As far as the braking system on this car, it's a power brake assembly. It is disc brakes, both front as well as on the back of this car. And when we get to the back, I'll show you that it is already plumbed. It's got the parking brake option on it. And again, this car is going to stop on a dime having power four-wheel discs. Now, as far as wheels and tires, this has your traditional rally style wheel on it, steel wheel with the beauty rings and the center caps. And then we've got the BFGoodrich Radial TA rubber wrapped on all four of them. The fronts are going to be 225 60 R15s, and out on the back we've got 255 60 R15s. Tread is all in great condition on these tires. Now, looking directly above here, let's go ahead and go through this driveline real quick with you. We're going to start off with the motor here. This is a GM or small block Chevrolet 350 cubic inch motor here. Now, this car is fuel injected. It's got a Holley throttle body fuel injection on it. Behind that, we do have a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission, and you can see the condition of everything here. Your oil pan on the motor, all of your transmission components back here, where all of your linkages are, where your output shaft seal is, that is all nice and dry on this car. Of course, out to the sides of that now, we're going to see the exhaust system, and what a nice exhaust this car has on it too. It appears to be a complete stainless steel exhaust on this car, from the long tube headers, which are the, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, but Kooks, it might be Kooks, but it's K-O-O-K-S. Those headers are in excellent shape. There are no dents or dings anywhere, no marks whatsoever on them. Collector gaskets look to be in great shape. Of course, we've got the full dual stainless exhaust all the way back. It does have that crossover tube in it. And then we do have the dual Flowmaster mufflers back here with the finishing touches on it being stainless steel tailpipes that exit out between your leaf spring and kind of right underneath that rear lower valance on the car. And again, you can see the quality. Everything is welded on this exhaust system, with the exception of coming back here to the mufflers. It's tacked, and it also has the exhaust or the muffler clamps on it to help keep everything all sealed up. As far as our frame and our floors and everything like that, frame is super straight on the car, the subframe I should say. All of your body mount bushings and bolts and so forth are in great shape. You can see all of your fuel lines and brake lines are all run along kind of the pinch welds of the car here, which those are all super straight from front to back. The rocker panels are good and solid from front to back. And then your floors here, you can see the floors are in great shape. I see, a little bit of, maybe just a little bit of undercoating here and there. But for the most part, it's good and thin. You can see everything, all of your stamping lines and so forth. You can see all of that. Of course, like I said, you do have the emergency brake stuff all hooked up, all the correct hooks, the frame hooks, J hooks and so forth, all the cables front to back, they're all there, all hooked up, and that e-brake is functional. The cross member, as far as the transmission, this is an aftermarket cross member. I don't know if that comes from Tremec or maybe one of the other companies, but this is a good, solid looking piece here. It looks to be, for the most part, all bolt-in. Again, all the hardware, everything super nice, super straight on this thing. As we come back a little bit further here, again, we're going to end up with our, the ending portion of our drive line here. We do have a 12-bolt GM rear end here. This is a POSI unit with a 323 gear ratio in it. Your drive shaft is balanced too, by the way. That's going to eliminate a lot of your vibrations and so forth also in this car. As we come to the back here, as I mentioned already, disc brakes even on the rear of the car. We do have the multi-leaf rear suspension here, and we do have a set of KYB gas adjust shocks on the back end. Like I said, we do have the completing the stainless steel exhaust tips that are slash cut here at the tail end of the car. We've got a nice fuel tank here. If I had to guess, that's probably stainless also back here. Again, in great shape, looks to be fairly new. All of your mounting hardware and straps and so forth looks to be in really good condition too. And like I said before, your fuel lines and so forth, all done here in the braided stainless lines. You've got your fuel pump and so forth back here. Everything routed super, super nice on this car. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as the complete underside of our 69 Camaro goes. We're gonna go ahead now, lower this on the lift. We'll open that hood up and we'll let you hear exactly what that fuel injected 350 sounds like.